So this is my car. It's back. This is about the 5th or 6th time I'll be taking it back to get the door fixed. Before it was the water leakage when they replaced the electric winder on the window. So this is how my door normally sounds and how it sounded before they worked. Nice funk as it goes in. This is how it sounds now. Really nice, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, I had this problem with the car. Renault said that they would pay for the parts and fix it because it was a known fault of the car, so that was no problem at all. Bilia Terrier, who I'm not very happy with, and Bilia Segeltorp, I'm not so glad, but they haven't really done anything really seriously bad, except not do a good job. But Bilia Terrier, I had the car in, they changed it, they changed the window winder, and I actually thought they did a fairly good job, even though they took my car for 2 days. But it turned out that the next time I had the car in the rain, it actually leaked into the door pocket 2 centimetres of water. So they said they would fix it. I took it back. They took my car for another day, and they didn't fix it because it leaked water again. And then when it leaked water again, they said they would fix it, and they took it in another day, and then I got it back, and the next time it rained it leaked water again. I had spoken to Renault customer service about this, and they said, look, you still need to take it back to them even though they don't seem to be able to do the work, because this is how it works. And I said, can't I take it to somebody else? They said no, you have to stick with them, they need to do the job properly. So when I spoke to them, it took them nearly 2 weeks to be able to take my car in because they were so busy, and the guy who was working on the car was so full booked up. So I thought, very nice when you make a mistake of someone's car and you make them wait nearly 2 weeks while it could be damaging my speakers or making my car rust in the future. So anyway, I let them take it, and again, as with all cases, it was at the end of the day, and I rang just before they closed, and they said, oh yeah, I just happened to finish with the car, even though they'd been promising it to me at lunchtime, and they said they would take it first thing and all that. So with all these things happening, I rang Renault again and said, look, I need to take it somewhere else, this is beyond a joke. And they, Renault customer service arranged for me to take it to Bilia Segeltorp. So now, just about Bilia Terrier, the whole time that happened, of course, Bilia Segeltorp, they had to also take the booking from Terrier. So Terrier were aware that I was very unhappy and that the car had gone to another place because I thought they were incapable of doing the job. But no one to this day has still said they were sorry about what happened. No one has really explained why it's happened, and they had the nerve to even send me out papers about Camram's bit and everything like that, hoping that I would go to them. Like, yeah, right. That was the worst thing. I felt like a second-class customer. They never offered me a car for my inconvenience while they had my car. But the main thing was they never just said they were sorry that they did it. And silly things like spraying water on the window to check if it worked or not wasn't really working, and I explained that to them, but that didn't seem good enough. But anyway, then it went to Bilia Segeltorp, and they said they'd take my car in at Monday at 8 o'clock. I spoke to their workshop boss, and so I got there at Monday 8 o'clock. They started talking about how it was the water pump, and I explained to the mechanic that it wasn't the water pump. Here's how the door sounds again after Segeltorp fixed it, and this is how it might sound if it was nice. So again, you have this beautiful sound like this. So I Beagle Segeltorp, anyway, I explained to the guy there, and he said he understood. I said I could explain it to you in English if you need, and I said no, it's the, fact fedoran and all the sax and that, and the lecky vot and there. And so anyway, I explained all this, and I got a phone call Tuesday afternoon, a day and a half after I left the car in, and it was the same mechanic, and he said, could you please explain what the fault is again? So I explained what the fault is. They told me they had my car on Tuesday afternoon, but unfortunately I couldn't get it to the Wednesday. When I took the car, this is how it sounded in the door, and I thought, okay, it maybe just needs a day or two to adjust its way in. Then I had a bit of a problem with my foot, and I didn't really drive the car for a while. But the next time I got in, the car was exactly the same. I don't know if it's going to leak water or not, but I went in and I said, look, I spoke to them directly, and I said, look, this is beyond the joke now, something has to be done. And they started talking about, next week, and I said, no, I'm going to bring my car in at 8 o'clock on Monday and you're going to fix it, where I'm going to explain it all on the video I'm doing about how this goes. So now I'm going there, and I will post up further what happened about that, but this is just to let things know. And I really also think that the reason I'm doing this mainly is I would like Swedish people to realise that they can complain about things like this, and you really do have to stand up for yourself sometimes, because this is quite ridiculous, and they just expected me to just take it on the chin. I felt like a second-class customer the whole time. It almost felt like it was my fault that there was something wrong with my car, and in the end I would have been quite happy to take it to someone else and pay the money, but then I would have maybe any repercussions of this rust or the speaker in the door problem in the future would be quite difficult to get any recompense or whatever. So I realise that now I might have lots of problems in the future too with my car. If I ever need to get things replaced, they're probably going to force me to go to Bilia, but I think they might make some exception for me going by this. But look, you know, if you're Swedish and you're looking at this, please, you know, the only reason I'm doing this is I think that people should stand up more. Renault in France are probably scratching their heads going, why don't people take their car in for service? Their prices are nearly the same as the regular mechanics, but people are still not going because they know what Bilia does and they know how bad their customer service is, and they don't want conflict, and they just avoid them. And that's the one thing I've learnt about Sweden in general. People avoid conflict, and you wonder what's going on, why you know something's been avoided, or why someone doesn't do something. They won't tell you. They will just avoid it. And this is how places like Bilia and that get away with treating people badly, because no one ever stands up to them, and it's only probably crazy foreigners like me that stand up, and you feel a bit embarrassed while you're telling these people what they've done wrong. But like, I mean, this was signed off as a good job, so what more can I say? If you're just looking at this for amusement's sake, I hope you are amused, but I hope this does actually help people with customer service, and I'm going to be trying to do a lot more to make people stand up for what they do wrong in this country. There's things like companies can just go bust and start up again, and just throw 20 people out and take them 3 or 4 months to get some money, and they can lose their flats and things like that. It's just really not a good way of having things, and it's that's it really. I won't rant on anymore. Bye.